Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hello to all of you Fiberifians who have made it here to this week's live craft and chat. Aircon's on, so you guys know the deal. Let me know if it's bothersome. If you are new here, be sure to double check if you've clicked that subscribe button. It is one of those, things that slips our mind sometimes, but also to remember not to rely on notifications. YouTube has a funny way of doing their notifications, so we're on the same time every week, 10 o'clock Thursday morning Brisbane time. Is my voice sounding a bit tinny to others? That would be great, even like a robot. If someone can let me know if that is just freaky or if that is my microphone playing up. I don't know if there's a lot I can really do about it. Oh, I was muted. Thanks, Sally. That's great. Aircon's on and it's pumping hard, and it will be missing. It will be messing with the audio a little. Anyway, it's been a huge week, you guys. It's been a huge week, and there's so much going on in the behind the scenes of Fiberific. I just thought I'm going to share something with you guys. Now, it's still in the planning stages, so you're going to need to keep an eye on the Fiberific Facebook page and the Fiberific website, because that's where it's going to happen. We're having a retreat. It is happening. It is going to be a small, intimate retreat where we all just get to hang out and craft together and have our food brought to us and all of these sorts of things. I like Freaky's idea better. I'm winning a big bag of lottery funds. That would be awesome. But no, that's not what happened. We're just going to have a retreat. So keep an eye. Not too intimate, because that would be weird. I mean, that is true. I'm thinking it's going to be capped at around 20 people. That's what we're doing. We're just going to have it small to start with. And if everyone has a good time at this one, we're going to try and arrange something else. And, keep them going, because it's so much fun to craft together. Now, I understand COVID, travel, all that sort of stuff. So there's all these kinds of things that are an issue, and I get it. So I do understand this will not be for everybody. Also, there's a few more than 20 of you even just here right now, so it's not going to be for all of you. Because that's just how it is. Good morning, Leanne. How are you? Oh, who have we got for mods today? We've got Spanichick. We've got Sally. They are the people with the blue names with the little wrenches next to their names. These guys are the only ones who can add in links. They can also keep an eye on the chat and make sure, and make sure it's rolling and there's sort of no language. YouTube do actually monitor chat and comments as well. So we want to keep the Fiberific channel in good standing with YouTube. Hi, YouTube. So yeah, we're special. I agree with Kim. It's better than the like number is larger than the watch number. Yeah, I agree with you. What's with this? Anyway, we've just started, and that is fine. Now, one thing I'm going to be working on today is I'm still going on my queen, you guys. I actually haven't picked it up since last time that I streamed working on it. So, that's sitting here staring at me, and I'm looking at it guiltily because it was like, yeah, I'm gonna get this finished real fast. Anyway, yeah. It's one of those things. But the retreat, sorry, I got sidetracked. My brain is just going 100 miles an hour today. So I'm probably going to be more flaky than usual. I'm so sorry. So the retreat will be happening in April. The details will go up on the Fiberific website. I will be making a page for it in the coming time. There'll be payment plans available for it. So yeah, it's all this sort of thing. Lisa, I'm afraid it's not Lisa friendly. This particular retreat that we're at this time is not great for wheelchairs, which we have discussed with them about. So it is not awesome in that regard. There are paths and there are ramps to most places, but they are not like the right angle, like that you basically plummet to your death if you went down one, and we don't want that. I'm sorry, Lisa. But as I said, like just before, like if this small sort of tester group is a success and everyone has a good time, then we will work on alternate plans. Christina says, seems like a common thing. My brain was all over the world today. Oh my gosh, yes. I'm so glad I'm not alone. Thank you, Christina. Spanish Chick says, apparently ramps encourage the snakes. Yeah, the snakes, that's what we were told. The snakes and the lizards can more easily access things if there's ramps. I don't quite know if that's legit. It sounds pretty crap to me, but, you know, I don't know these things. I'm not I don't have that information on hand. So yeah, those weirdos. That's right. So we don't want those. But yes, we will be planning. We're going to be like, how's this? I'm terrified about running this retreat, but I'm already like, but we might have another one later that's bigger. Terrifying. The whole thing is terrifying. I'm so nervous. Yeah, Chintamani, I'm with you. Snakes and lizards can climb trees and things like that. Like, what? So isn't it dying? Isn't what dying? I've missed something, haven't I? I've missed something. I like not dying. I agree with you. I am also liking the not dying. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't think snakes and lizards need any help, or mice or any other things. I think that any sort of yuckies can get in if they want to get in, really. Good morning, Stacy. How are you? So keep an ear. So that's it for the retreat talk. Well, probably my brain won't let me not talk about it again, but there will be information coming out. So keep an eye on the Fiberific page on Facebook and also on the Fiberific website, so fiberific.com.au, and that's where the information and forms and things like that will be released. So keep an eye out there. If you've been Alisa, if you have somewhere that works well for us, message me with a retreat with details of the venue, and 2.0 could probably be there. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I'm doing the first one at this location because it's somewhere I'm comfortable with and I've been to, and I love the staff and I love what we get for our money, sort of thing. But if it can only cater to small groups, so if we wanted something a little bigger and more accessible, then we will need to look at other venues. So yeah, but it needs to be okay. It needs to cater, right? And we're not doing dishes and we're not cleaning up. Okay, because that's what this one offers. We walk in, we have space, we have our cabins, we have all our things, we have our yummy foods, and then we leave at the end, and the actual venue cleans all the things. So that's novel. We do get table service for meals, absolutely. So yeah, but I'm open to suggestions for 2.0. Like, and the linen is supplied. Yes, there's so many things supplied. Like, basically you walk in with your craft, you sit down. Oh, Lisa says, I'm lazy as all get out. I wouldn't choose a place that doesn't do all that. Awesome. Oh, that's the other thing. We can have wine. Yes. Yeah, linen. Isn't that novel, Lisa? You walk in and your bed is made. You can bring a pillow if you want. Yes, we're going to have a good time, I think. I'm hoping so, Freaky. That's kind of the goal. The goal is fun. That's the goal. And I'm putting together like loot bags for everybody. And, you know, like, it's going to be so fun. Anyway. What else has been happening this week at Fiberific? Mystery Lace Club is on its way out the door finally. I had some help from the abs yesterday. And that was only because I said, well, I am not doing any cricketing with you or even unpacking it until I get the Mystery Lace Club out. Well, Abby was like, Mystery Lace Club, let's go. Come on, let's do it. Let's pack it up. And she was just like, I'm like, okay, let's, you know. And so it's ready. I'm just going to take it to the post office. It's all bundled up. It's in the car. It's all ready to go. It's all over there. And I'm just like, woohoo. So, yeah, that's Spanichick is correct. At the retreat, there is no aircon and there's no en-suites, but the rooms are very well ventilated. But I agree, any future venues might be nice to have our own little rooms and things like that. So we'll have to have a look and we'll see what, because normally the second you start adding in like en-suiting and air conditioning, you tend to lose out on other things like catering. So we have to work out what we can do to have all of the things, and also not go broke. So, I mean, we could go broke. We could go broke and have a nice weekend away, right? Yeah, no worries. Yarns by the Bay, yeah. It's going to be a lot of fun, and it's just bring a project, kick it back. There's plenty of space and tables. I think we're capping at 20. So I think everyone pretty well gets a little table to themselves. If they want, we can mush them together if we're allowed by then. Things like that. Kim says, you know what happens if you don't say cry cut correctly. We're at story time with Chantel. La, 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 la. We were away at a retreat this weekend, just gone. And it was, I was learning how to use my cricket, and I kept calling it cry cut, and the other cricket users up there were like getting grumpy and saying, if you don't call it the right thing, we're not going to teach you how to use yours, that kind of thing. So that they weren't very kind. I get to my room later that night and somehow there was a cricket in the room, like an insect cricket on my curtain next to my bed, and I'm not good with jumpy bugs. So luckily I was sharing a room with Spanichick, and she's like the boss and just got rid of it. Although she did bring it back in again and she had to take it back out a second time. So yeah, I'm not good. I'm not good, but now I'm trying to remember to say cricket instead of cry cut because I don't like the crickets revolting. Freaky says, I was in a live about half an hour ago and I had the hostess saying cricket thingy. Spanichick says, it's not humid there unless it's been raining though, and it's much cooler there overnight than in Brisbane. Oh, it's lovely. It's up in the Gap. It's like up in the Cunningham's Gap, sort of in the mountains, in the rain, in the national park there. It's beautiful. Yeah, I'm going to come in there in the middle of the night and blast music for you all. Oh, great. That's fantastic. Is there a way we can make sure Lisa does not find out the location of our event? I'm just saying, I don't know if we would be that... Sorry, I've just looked and I thought there was something on my shirt, but it's just a thing on the camera. Sorry. It's just like a little... Because the camera, like the screen I look at to look at you, has got like all this stuff on it. And it was... Anyway... Now that I'm talking about crickets, I'm like, oh, thing on me. I'm just like, yeah. Let's change the topic. Let's change the topic now. Let's crochet. Let's crochet something. Oh, yes, it is. It's getting to me, Freaky. It's totally getting to me. Oh, all right, here we go. Let's work on this guy. Oh, my hook's fallen on the ground. Good job, Chantel. Totes professional here. Oh, okay. Alrighty, got a hook. Oh wow. Okay. Freaky says we had snow overnight mixed with rain. Not fun moving heavy snow, but it's done. Oh my gosh. Has anyone mentioned the new hair and the lovely Xmas nails? I don't so much have new hair, but I do have lovely Christmas nails. So say Merry Christmas. And like they got the snow, they're very adorable. I got them yesterday. I'm still excited about them. Freaky, I'm sitting on my feet looking for spiders myself. Okay. Joss, you did miss the announcement. Sorry, but the announcement was basically along the lines of, hey, we're having a retreat. Keep an eye out on the website and Facebook. That's it. That was really the announcement. No real details for everybody yet. We had about 3 inches of heart attack snow yesterday. Can I ask a question? How is heart attack snow different from standard snow? Because I don't get snow. I'm in Brisbane. Our winter is 20 degrees. So, I love them too. I love the work that this was the art that my nail artist does when she's not doing art because she wasn't feeling well. So yeah, I mean, I'm a bit scared to ask for art in future. So, oh, if you exert more energy, it's not good for the heart. Okay, all right. The plow added more at the end of the driveway, but I got it moved too. Oh my gosh. Oh, heavy wet snow versus dry puffy snow. Okay. Am I going to try to knit through the live? How many mistakes will I make? Should we take a book on that? Just out of curiosity. Did she do stamps and stickers? She did. She did stamps and stickers. And she also did like some little, I don't know if you can see it. See the little jewels? There's some little jewels. I don't know how I feel about them because I can feel them. And there's a little jewel in the middle of the snowflake there as well. They're definitely, they're definitely little. We were joking about how when she pulled it out, it looked like a container for her, like for a diamond dot. I played in the snow a couple of years ago near Bathurst. It was only about 2 centimeters and was surprisingly wet. Fun. I don't think I would like living with it for months on end. I am a diamond dot now. I am a human diamond dot. So yeah, but no, it definitely. I've noticed I keep like sort of touching them because I can, and I'm worried that I'm eventually going to like flick them off or something. And if they rip up the nail polish or something like that, I don't know. Although they were glued on with like a special thing. She had to pull out a special pot and so many cool things. You should, because Abby came with me. You should have seen Abby's face when she started pulling out all the bits and bobs. Abby was just like, "Oh my god, it looks so good." But no, it's a poor thing. I mean, I told her she should have cancelled. Turns out she is dealing with some food poisoning herself. So, it's pretty bad. I'm pretty sure they aren't going anywhere. Look, they're probably not. I think I'm just nervous about it because I'm not used to it. Hey, Enigmata, how are you going? It's been a while. So, yeah, we've got retreat news happening. So, and then we will plan a 2.0. This is sort of like a trial run to see what people like. And, you know, if I can deal. That's the other thing. It's nice to see my queen resurface. I agree, Leanne. Mine's just been mine hasn't even been in the naughty corner. I just haven't really been crafting a lot over the last few weeks. My brain's just not been there. So it's not like I've been working on other things. I've been working on nothing. I mean, oh sorry, I should rephrase that. Nothing yarn related. I did sew a bag and I have made some cricket stickers. Not many, but just a couple. Where are we? Doing the queen too. I love it. Hey, Crochet Nana, aka Michelle. You're doing your queen as well. Where are you up to on yours? I'm on to row 98. So I'm nearly finished the third repeat of the first chart. If I actually did some outside of the lives, I would probably have been a bit further along. Oh, thank you, Crochet Nana. I should just call you Michelle, right? Thank you, Michelle. I'm using the Knit Picks Brava in worsted, and so I tried to choose colors as close to the tequila sunrise version, not the tequila version, because I really like that, but I wanted to use the worsted. Kathy's working on her first repeat of rows 175 to 206. Does that mean you're nearly done? How many rows is it in total? You'd have to be getting pretty close to being nearly done, Kathy. I'm trying to make sure my hands stay in the shot, so let me know because I'm watching the chat rather than, because the chat is here and the screen with the thing is there and you guys are there, so I'm like, I'm more doing this than this. Okay. Sally's into chart 2. Go, Sally. You got this. Kim is definitely trying, that's for sure. Kathy says it's 351 rows. I'm not going to look at my under 100, you know, rows thing. Oh, hey, Abby. Welcome to the chat. Michelle's doing the traditional queen on row. I'm doing the traditional queen as well, I think. Yes, traditional queen. And you're on row 71 using Pound of Love. Nice. Oh, look. I'm usually a pretty quick crocheter, but there's something about this project that's just slowed me right down. But in saying that, I got no problems with it either. I'm happy to enjoy this for what it is, but it's also very hot here, and it's getting to that point where it is just, yeah. Oh, thanks, Abby. Abby likes my nails, guys. It's only Abby here in the chat is my daughter, Abby, just so that you all know. Abby's been up and down all night. I set my alarm this morning because Abby's home today because it's exam season at school and she only goes when she has actual exams. It was like no school run today, so I decided I was going to not get up till 8, and then so I set my alarm for 8, which was going to be such a nice treat. Then I forgot that my phone actually has 2 alarms and I only changed one of them, so I was awake at 6:30. But then Abby was up and moving it around at like 6:45 or something, and I was just like, oh my god, what is wrong with us? We can't sleep in when we can. Oh, hey, Ruth, welcome to the chat. I'm on chart 2 also, using cotton, making the simple queen. Right. Did you wipe down the surfaces with isopropyl before we stuck the stickers on? We may not have. We may not have. But I did tell her that we're supposed to. And we did wipe her mirror down with glasses cleaner before we put her one on the mirror. So the stickers may come off. But, you know, we can make more and do it proper next time. I am trying to use it like the very end of this little ball of purple here, and I was hoping I would get to like get a row out of it. I don't think I'm going to get a row out of it. Where are we? Last row of chart 1 for me, although I did do an extra repeat for my big queen using all of my old and leftover acrylics. She will be beautiful. Yeah, I'm not going to go fast to Spanish chick. Do not boss me around. You are not the mum. Good morning, Kerry's down the rabbit hole. How are you going? Don't forget, everybody, if you enjoy the Fiberific content and live chats, to hit that thumbs up as well. It just lets YouTube know that I'm doing, you know, good stuff over here, and they let crafters know that we're here and we can hang out. Where are we? I'm just double checking. There's lots of conversation going on between you guys, which I think is awesome. I love it. The other thing to remember is if you guys want to continue, the conversations after these live streams are over, we've got the Fiberific Fun Zone over on Facebook, where you can share photos of your projects, you can ask questions, get help, just talk about stuff going on. We try to keep it light and friendly as much as possible. And the only real rules we have is don't be mean to each other, and you don't sell your own products in the group. That's about it, I think. So if one of the mods can toss in a link to the Fiberific Fun Zone, that would be great. Enigmata, like, share, and subscribe. Absolutely. I have a video that's it's pretty old, talking about how you can support creators that you love with clicking, right? So, you know, especially now, but sometimes we just cannot afford to spend money, right? We have to shop, we have to like shop our stash, we have to, you know, make do with lots of things in our lives, and sometimes we just can't afford to you know, spend money on more yarn or a mug or whatever it is that the creators sell to support their businesses. And the thing to remember is there's things that you can do as a viewer that don't include opening your wallet. So one of those things is to watch the ads at the beginning of YouTube videos. If you click that button that skips the ad before about 30-ish seconds of viewing, then the creator is not paid by YouTube. So if you press skip those ads, then you don't you're not supporting the creator. And you know what, that's not like, I'm realizing not everybody knows that, so this is in no way a judgment on those of you that do press skip the ad. And if you are a Fiberific Patreon member, I think it's like from the $1 tier and above, I'm like, skip those ads, man. You guys are like already going above and beyond over on Patreon. Don't feel like you need to watch the ads here as well. But if you've got somebody that you want to support, then you can do that. You can watch the ad. Now, some of these ads, like I have seen, have got like 1 hour ads. Don't watch that. Don't watch that whole hour. Do not waste that time of your life. Watch about 30 seconds, and that's about all you need, okay? I think an hour ad, I don't think they should be allowed to run personally, but that's my opinion. The other thing that you can do is you can share. So there's a button on your screen underneath this box that says share. You can click the share button, and that will share to your other social media. So if you're in like a Facebook group and somebody that you're watching a video on teaches a technique or something that you're happy with and like want to be like, hey guys, look at this thing I saw, then you can share it, as long as the Facebook group allows it, obviously. Or you can post it to your personal wall. You can share things to your Instagram stories as well, depending on how things are going. But like, because there's some people there's an option for not sharing, and some people click that. But yeah, so there's all these sort of little things that you can do. The video goes into more detail. It's a little bit old, so it might not delve into Instagram quite so much. But all these things that you can do as a viewer to help out the channels and the creators that you love, so they can keep doing things and they can keep making things. So what have we got here? Sally popped in the link for the Fiberific Fun Zone. That's up there. And then Kim popped in a link for the Fiberific Patreon. I want to say a huge thank you to all of you who support me over on Patreon. It is the money that you guys give in each month that pays for all of this. So we've got a high-grade camera, a high-grade laptop to run the live streams. You need, like, you've got to have something, a bit of oomph to do it. We've got a good camera. We've got a webcam. We've got lighting. And, you know, microphones, internet bills, all these things have to be paid for me to be able to live stream. So those of you that are over on Patreon donating there, you guys are keeping our gear upgraded and keeping all that going. And those of you that are watching here and not skipping the ads, you're helping pay the internet bill. So all of you are helping. So you're all awesome. Everybody's awesome. Everybody's awesome, except for maybe Abby. Abby's awesome. Abby's awesome. I've noticed that on some repeat lives, the ads come on every 5 minutes during the video. Is that happening in mine, Kathy? Because if it is, I want to go in and try and fix it. YouTube put some changes in a few months back, and they didn't make it clear what they were going to be doing, right? And so some people, like me, kind of read through the email and went, okay, no worries, and left it. But what they actually did was say, hey, if you're monetized, we're going to start placing mid-roll ads for you where we think they should go. And I personally hate mid-roll ads. I don't mind an ad at the start, but I don't like the interruptions in the middle of what you're seeing, in the middle of what you're doing. Now, those sort of creators that are bigger and set their shows up like a TV show and allow room for an ad like that, that's totally fine. And that's on, and I know some of the ones that do that and I'm used to it. But for me, that's annoying. I'm not going to do that to you guys intentionally. So if you spot it in one of my videos, if you can let me know, because unfortunately I do have quite a few videos up and I have not had a chance to go back through all of them and double check if there's mid-roll ads. But yes, I have turned it off now, so it shouldn't be happening, but I don't even know. Spanish Chick says I was going to drop a link for Redbubble, but their website's not happy at the moment. Really? I think they're getting ready for a big Black Friday sale. So if you've got, because Redbubble are, oh no, I think they're Australian based. I don't know. Yeah. How come Abby was allowed to make non-Christmas related things yesterday? Okay, so I got given the Cricut for Christmas, right? But I was allowed to open it early on 3 conditions. I was allowed to, 1, use it to learn how to make things. So I had to learn things. Number 2, I was allowed to make Christmas decorations. And number 3, I'm allowed to make Christmas presents. Yesterday, Abby made some stuff for her room, but she was learning how to do things, and we're allowed to make non-Christmas stuff when we're learning. So, but going forward, it's all Christmas all the time. So, yeah. I thought that rule was for Fiberific and not the rest of the family. I mean, that could be true, Freaky. That could be true. Abby said she didn't make that rule, that Dad made the rule. So, you know, or her dad made the rule. So, yeah, I don't know. Loophole. Yeah. Total loophole. Carrie's down the rabbit hole bought a 3D printer today, and tomorrow is the learning day. What's the first thing you want to print on your 3D printer? Enigma says, I just remember because I have been bombarded by Craftsy on the annual 2.49 promo and watched some of the videos. Susan B. Anderson, the woman from Craftsy videos. Yeah, Susan B. Anderson's, she's got heaps of stuff out. She's got tons of videos and she makes a lot of knitted toys and they're beautiful. And that giraffe, I love. I absolutely love. Are you going to make bobbins? Have you got a spinning wheel or that you need bobbins for, or do you mean like bobbin lace bobbins? Freaky says, if I had a 3D printer, the first thing I'd make is a mess. Look, me too. Yeah, I would totally make a mess. I would probably make something a bit flatter. I'd probably do like a nail binding needle or something like that was flat and small. Oh dear. Chintamani would make spindles. Oh. Isn't it interesting? I love how we all, well, I'm going to assume it's all. I love how we all are multi-craftual and that we all like to learn how to do new things and go from there. Oh, okay. Lisa wants a 3D printer and her hubby is home today. So we need to talk about all the awesome things that we could make if we only had a 3D printer. It's a 3D printer. Why would you want to make something flat? Because it's little. Circular sock machines are amazing if you can make them work properly. Natalie says her son's doing 3D printing at school and printed a Mandalorian helmet. Not full size though. Wow, that's awesome. I would love to do a crochet hook on my printer. How, like, seriously, am I the only one who looks at a 3D printer and goes, this is very much replicator technology? You know, like, think Star Trek replicators. Like, it's like, oh, you know, this is the first time we've used this, so we just have to program in the specs, and it's like, oh, here it comes. Like, yeah, Really, it's definitely like, you know, a poor man's replicator. I think it's a good thing. I think they're a good thing, and I think if there's things you want to print that you would like to use, then you should totes get one. I know we all have equipment that we want to buy. Kim wants to buy a Glowforge. I would like Kim to buy a Glowforge so I could ask her to laser cut me things. I personally don't want a Glowforge. Oh, look, I probably do want one, but I've got nowhere to put one. So we'll get Kim to get a Glowforge and then we can use it. Enigmata says, I think once you make one thing, you build the confidence and curiosity to try other things. Like when you knit a hat, then you want to make a sock. And that's exactly right. Yeah, absolutely. Kelly says, my hubby had one just arrived yesterday. And yes, the parts for it can be made by itself. Totally a replicator. See? Not just me. Not just me. Okay, I would love to see a Stargate replicator and a Star Trek No, we wouldn't, Villic. No, we wouldn't. Oh my gosh. No. Oh dear. When I hear of 3D printed, my warped mind thinks of those weirdos who made homemade weapons. Sorry, but people are nuts. Some people are nuts. Absolutely. There are loopy loonies out in the world as we speak, whose goal is to make weird and unusual killing things. What I don't know is how much power does a 3D printer take to work? I have no idea. I cannot answer you that. I credit you all for me branching out in all the crafties. Well, I don't know if we can take that credit, but you know, I'm glad that you are, because I think it's important. We should all branch out and try something. We may not be good at it, and we may never want to do it again. There are things, but I think it's important to try, because sometimes you'll find something that you absolutely love and didn't realize. Like, I used to be crochet only, no spinning, no dyeing. I mean, we all have to start somewhere. And then I started spinning, and then I started knitting, and then I started dyeing, and then a little bit of weaving crept in. And yeah, now I'm just like all the things yarn. So, what did I say about the cry cut? I can't remember what I said about the cry cut now. I mean, there's so many things that I say. So, you know, how am I supposed to keep track, Kim? How am I supposed to keep track? Yeah, I think that Kim's trying to poke a bear, but I don't, you know, it, anyway. That's right, Freaky Geek. Well, not good at first, but with practice, who knows? That's exactly right. Oh, felting. Yes, felting is another craft. I've done a little bit of it. I've done a bit of needle felting, and I've done a little bit of like crochet it up and toss it in the washing machine felting. I'm not the biggest fan of a felted fabric. I get it, but it's not really, I don't enjoy it as much. Oops. Don't knock the things over. Oh, that's right. Yeah, Spanichick. Yes, I was happy to ask Kim to please, pretty please, make me things on your cry cut, and I won't buy one. And now I'm like, I need a cry cut for my own so I can make all the things and feel not guilty about, you know, feel not guilty about just making 11 billion things. Kerry says, I call myself a yarn artisan. See, I call myself a fiber artist, because I do like things with all parts of like all sorts of fibers. Hey Jackie, stupid work gets in the way of the fun things. If only fear would go away. Yes, the yarn world is so addictive. I just started off wanting to just knit a hat a few months ago. I was considering a rigid heddle loom. Now I'm thinking, is a floor loom in the living room weird? The answer is no. No, it's not. It's a conversational piece. And as long as she's still got room for a couch in there, I got no issues. Anybody else have issues with Enigmata having a floor loom in her lounge room? I'm gonna have a locust plague. Don't wish that stuff on me, Kim. Them jumpy fly things, I don't like it. It is so addictive, Enigmata. Like, yarn crafting really is. It does. I see that meme that floats around every now and again that, you know, says my wife practices witchcraft. She sits in the corner huddled over a ball of yarn and wiggles her sticks, and then after a little while of mumbling and chanting, then, you know, she's got a hat. What do you need a couch for? I mean, sometimes you need to sit up off the loom and sort of stretch out and relax a little. So, Kathy says Tigger is trying to enjoy her life. Back off, Tigger. Back off. It's mum's time now. Enigmata says, I've already said I cannot move to a warm climate because that limits my fibers. Well, considering that I live in the subtropics where we are here, and I pretty well craft all year round. Now, admittedly, I am currently have the air conditioning on because it's quite hot and humid and disgusting. And there are projects that I'm more likely to work on during the cooler months than the hotter months, and vice versa. I wish I lived on a big enough block for an alpaca. I don't. Am I the only person in this group who's like allergic to... No, Kim's allergic to alpaca as well. Because alpacas are just... Yeah. And getting an alpaca shorn is not fun, honestly. Getting someone in to shear it for you, not as easy as you would like to think. And they have to be shorn at least once a year. Kerry says, I didn't knit, crochet, dye, weave, or anything till I watched you to begin with 3 years ago. Really? I didn't know that, Kerry. Wow. And now you're doing all the things. That's really awesome. Thank you. I hope that you're enjoying it still. Wow. Kathy says, sounds like me. Gosh. My whole house and car are nothing but crochet areas. Yeah, that sounds like me as well, Kathy. Like everywhere you turn, there's a craft project waiting to be done. Except for the bathroom. That's true. That's where I listen to YouTube. Just put it on the vanity while I'm brushing my teeth. Absolutely. I had no idea how to do anything, so take the credit for all my ideas. Sure, Kerry, no problems. That's me. Like, that was mine. That was fine. No. Gosh, I will take credit for giving you some impetus for your passion. That's all I'll take credit for. I don't know if I'm allergic, but I saw this YouTube video of a couple who owned alpacas. They had no idea what to do with them, so they would just sit out in their field just watching them as they drank wine. Okay. My end table is nothing but craft items. Yeah, I know those flat surfaces are not safe in crafters' houses. That's all I can say. And baskets. And crates. And, you know, anything else. I thank you for that. I love all of it. Dyeing and spinning are my favorite. Oh, I don't know what's my favorite. It depends on my mood. I love dyeing, right? I really love dyeing. But sometimes I just want to kick back and spin. And now we're blaming Chantel for things. Oh, my current spinning obsession is Chantel's fault from Chintamani. Well, Chintamani. It's fine. That's fine. You can blame me. It's fine. Gosh. I really like this red and purple together. I'm not quite sure. Let me have a look here. It's probably a little... Is it a bit blown out for you guys there? That brightness is a bit full on. Let's see if I can fix that. I might be able to. I mean, I can't promise anything, okay? So let's see what I can do here. Let's just drop the brightness down. No, we don't want to drop the brightness down. We want to drop down. No, not that. Saturation. There it is. Alright, let me have a look here. Alright, I probably dropped that down just a dash too far. That's probably more what it is. There we go. Apply. Okay. Okay. Alright, we've dropped the saturation down just a little, just so it won't blow out quite so much. Fingers are crossed. It may not work, but you know, goals. You shouldn't have been so nice at that craft expo. I mean, probably. I can't help it. I kind of try to be nice to people, especially people I don't know. Less so for people I do know, Kim. Spinning is great for sure. Oh my gosh, my kittens want to rework the yarn. Oh, whoops. Hopefully that didn't do anything. I just bumped the mouse with my water cup. Ooh. Enigmata, I was considering a cry card, but I'm not as creative and I don't really want to make cards. You know what? I have no intention of making cards with my cry card. Zero intention. You need to check out, Kim, toss in some suggestions for Enigmata. Like, I'm planning on like shirts and funny sayings on tote bags and like printing things on cups, like, and water bottles and so many things, not cards. I'm not a paper crafter. Like stickers, like I put a sticker of BB-8 on my cry card. That was my first project. My first knitting project is down to Fiberific and Spanichic. There you go. Enigmata says, I used to be so scared of hand sewing because I was afraid of pricking myself. I'm afraid of hand sewing because I've done some and I'm very bad at it and none of my stitches are even or straight. It's just very sad. It's very sad. I think I also love buying crafting tools. I just need to make sure I can craft more so I can justify buying more tools. I get that. I am definitely that person for sure. Yes. As a child, I would have 4 thimbles on. Thimbles and index fingers. I suffered a lot of battle wounds. Oh my gosh. Yes, it would hurt, without a doubt. Definitely. So, Enigmata, are you in the Fiberific fun zone? Just out of curiosity, because it might be easier for Kim to pop some links over there. I made some bags last weekend and felt justified into replacing the fabric ×2. We've never done that, have we? Anybody made like a blanket and gone, hang on a second, I've got no yarn left in my stash. I must go purchase more yarns. So many things. There's so many options of different crafting tools for different types of crafting and different creativity, and then different people can do different things. Like watching Kim has made on her cry cart, she's got some extra blades and things that she purchased, and she's making, you know, the leather cuffs that people use for connecting their shawls. So Kim's using her cricket and also a rivet thing to punch in the clasp, so that it's got the, I don't know what it's called, the claspy thing that's metal, the I don't know. Kim would know what it is. She made it. I will see you all a bit later off out of lunchtime. Bye, Kerry. Have a great day. Press studs. Thank you, Spanichic. I'm like pressing. I'm like press. Snap studs. Yes, snaps or presses. Either of them work. Oh my gosh, I am terrible. Hey, look, we're nearly at the end of a row, you guys. You've helped me get through a whole new row. But yes, I think There's so many different people out there making so many different things. Like I watched one YouTube cricket channel dude do this thing where he used the cricket to make the stencil that he put onto a glass and then rubbed glass etching cream into the bits that were not shown, followed the instructions for that, then washed it all off, and then you had beautiful etching on the glass that was never going to come off because it's etched in. And he did a similar thing with like a stainless steel etching stuff. It was not a cream, it was something else. But yeah, just the things that you can do. I'm going to try and make a screen printing stencil with some to do some little short runs for screen printing some totes. So we'll see. We'll see. I don't know if it's going to work, but we can try. You know, like that's the thing. We can totally try. Make some funny craft saying tote bags and stuff. It'll be fun. Like silk screening, yeah. But instead of doing like the whole emulsion thing, which I fail at quite miserably, I'm going to see what I can do with the stencil. It may not work, you know, it might not, I don't know, we'll see. I'm not getting my hopes too high up, as you can see. So we'll see. Yeah. Oh, do you know what? We're going to get so close to the end with this bit of purple that I've got here. It's going to be so close to the end, but it's not going to make it. And I'm going to have to do a join on. And that means more ends to weave in. It is so beautiful. It is. It's very thick. It's very squishy though as well. It's not too tight. You know how sometimes if you crochet something up that's too dense and it's a bit more like cardboard, then this has still got lovely, you know, it still moves beautifully. Should we race to the end of the row? I have 8 stitches. I've got a bit more than 8. I think you'd win. Michelle. But I don't have this many. I've probably got about 8 stitches worth of yarn left. I mean, do you have more yarn? Like, I'll take your yarn. I've got another ball just right there, just off camera, waiting for me to join it on. So that's not an issue. It's just I don't want to weave in the ends because I'm a lazy bum. It's that simple. Oh, I read that as 8 inches left, not 8 stitches. Because size matters, freaky. Oh, that's an in-joke for the Zoomers. Sorry. Oh dear. I'm like, it's not going to be enough by just a bit. Is that more or less frustrating than if it had to be in the middle? Like, if you had to change yarns, would you prefer like to have to do it, say, way back here? Or like here? Oh gosh. I just want to point out, Enigmata, that you seem to get the joke, so I don't think that we're the only ones. And also, it's a ruler that we have on the side of totes that we made as a blanket, and we all had to make 8-inch squares. Oh my gosh, this is it. It's not gonna make it. I'm so annoyed. Okay, I'm not even gonna make it to where I get to join it with the treble, which is my, oh, I might. Look, hang on a sec. No. Oh, it's just, no. Okay. All right, next yarn ball. Oh look, here's one I prepared earlier. Did you finish your row, Lego Bob? Melissa, that's awesome. Oh, in there, drag that through, go like that. There we go. This, just hang on. I just want to snug these up a little until I get a chance. Now this is not a full knot because, you know, those of you that have been here a while know how I feel about knots. It's just like a half loop so that I can pull it out when I want to stitch them up. Because there was no way I was going to make it to the end. It makes me very sad. I'm very, very sad. Here we go. I mean, at least we don't have to weave in all of these other ends. What's your favorite yarn? Now that is a loaded question. I don't know if I actually have a favorite. I have to confess I am a tad partial to my Pegasus 4-ply. I like a good 4-ply that's got a good amount of twist. Definitely prefer 4-plies over worsted weight for sure. Freaky says the yarn they never discontinue. Yeah, that too, Freaky. That too. And then 2. Hang on, I just got to finish this row and then I am good. Alright. Believe it or not, that's it. I'm at the end of the row. I joined that yarn on for like 10 stitches or something. How annoying. Yeah, I like a good 4-ply. Or sport weight, or whatever you want to call it. I get all mixed up with all the different things that people, you know, that we call things. When it comes to commercial, I really do like this Brava, this Knit Picks Brava commercial acrylic. It's got great twist. It's got lovely handle. It's got a decent number of colors. But yeah, I agree, Leanne. It's so difficult to choose a favorite. It is. I've just got to mark this off, but I can't show you the pattern because that's the deal I have with Tinna. I'm allowed to crochet my blanket on screen. I'm just not allowed to say the pattern. That's all. And that's totes legit. It was better than an outright no when I asked. Okay, we are on to another row of red. Red, 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 red. This is such a good red. What is this one called? Is this tomato? No, it's just called red. It's just red. Okay, red. Here we go. This ball is a bit of a mess because I like to work from the middle of these balls because I do use just about the entire ball, or a good portion of the ball gets used up to do this much. I end up with like these little. Oh, that one there has got a bit more left over than the others. That's how much is left. It's very sort of flat. But that one's, I think that one's got the most left because the others all seem to have a few more rows. Or maybe their rows are just got less trebles. I don't know. I don't know. But that one just seemed to have a lot. Red. Joining on the red. Joining on the red. Come on, little thing. Why are you doing this? Why are you making it hard? Why are you so... What have I done? Have I done something bad? That join on is really terrible. Hang on. Fudge it a little. I don't know what I did. I did something silly. Hang on. Alright. Okay. I know what I did. I tried to. Hang on. See, it's been a while since I've joined on. Alright, in. What am I doing wrong? There we go. I don't know what I did wrong. It's working now. That's the important thing. Okay, red. The discontinued Motivera cotton silk from Spotlight. That sounds nice. It blows. It's still blowing out on the screen. Is the red still blowing out? Is it? My blanket's going to come out huge. It really is. It's going to be enormous. Do I need to bring the red down? Sorry. I was concentrating. I was. I'm back in shot now. when did I start this blanket? I started about a week or two after the cowl started. I have had other projects sort of jump in and out, and I got sick, and I did times of no craft, so I'm very slow. But yeah, my yarn was a little late in arriving, so I didn't start right at the start of the cowl. Yeah, the double border is going to be awesome. Oh yeah, I did the practice on the little thing that Tinna has on her YouTube channel. Yeah, the double border is going. I'm fine now. Okay, those little green balls I destashed off you at IKEA 1,000 years ago. Oh yeah, they were lovely. I just didn't want to use them. Like, I think I used some for a project and they were the leftovers. That's right, I think. I can't remember. Okay, so I've done 2, then 1, then 2. Okay. I just got to get the first repeat done and then I'm good. So yeah, I'm a bit slow. And not so much actually at crocheting. So I'm actually a fairly speedy crocheter when I do it. That's the catch, is sitting down and actually doing the stitches. So that doesn't always happen. All right. 2, 3. Yeah. So what are your favorite yarns? I mean, I answered mine. So that's the thing, Enigmata. When I actually stitch, it's quick, but I don't do it often enough to do a project quickly. That's probably more what it is. And I think I'll get even slower for the next chart. My Cosmic Cowl has me learning many new stitches. Awesome. That's awesome. It's important to learn lots of stitches and lots of ways to do it, and that some people call the same stitch different names. Don't be confused by it. What is it? Is it the Alpine stitch that's going around and it's actually just front and back loops? I think that's the one that's the biggest thing at the moment, or at least, you know, it was 5 minutes ago. So yeah, I like Stylecraft Special DK and Lion Brand Heartland for acrylics. Yep, they're both solid yarns. I'm not the biggest fan of Special DK. I love their color range, but I'm just not the biggest fan of its handle. So but their color range is insane. So many colors. That's probably the one letdown of Brava, is it doesn't have an insignificant color range, but there seems to be some solid gaps in some colors. So yeah. My faves are premium yarns on sale. I bought so much from Blueprint before the shutdown, but I also like Rowan and Malabrigo. I like Malabrigo. I don't use it a lot, but I do like it. I definitely like the Bendigo cotton. I'm a big fan of the 4-ply cotton. I've used, not Rowan, I've used the Rowan, it was a red one. I remember it being red. Was it a cotton? No, I don't remember. I like buying the really beautiful ones, but I hold on to until I feel like my skills are not quite up there, so I'm doing more practice with chippy yarns. My one piece of advice for you, Enigmata, is find a pattern that you like and just be brave. Honestly, just be brave. And if you muff it up, you muff it up. But if you don't, you've got a thing that you made using yarn you love, you're more likely to wear it. The best yarns are the affordable ones. That's right. The best yarn is the yarn that you can put your hands on and use. I've got a big range. Like, I like different yarns for different jobs. So I wouldn't use, in saying that, I don't usually use hand-dyed yarn for blankets, but I did use hand-dyed yarn for this blanket. Have you guys all seen my Charlotte stream? Because some of you are new, so you may not have seen it. But I made a Charlotte stream out of the Pegasus 4-ply, which I loved. But I think that's the only blanket I've ever made out of hand-dyed. And it just came out so beautifully. But usually if I'm making blankets, I do them with acrylics or commercial yarns, usually acrylics. If I'm making garments or tops, generally it'll be some sort of either lightweight or silk or cotton, just because I live in Queensland, and if I want to actually wear it, it can't be wool usually, or at least thick wool. Do all the things. I'm probably the worst person to talk to when it comes to fear of trying something new. No, you're not the worst person, because you just jump in both feet. I'm going to do this thing. You're the best person to talk to about people having fear of trying new things. I am not great. I get a bit nervous because I'm afraid of wrecking it or breaking it or whatever. Then, you know, it's different. But you just jump in. You just jump in. Jackie says the blanket had a bigger purpose. It was to showcase your colours. Yes, it did. And that was part of the reason why I did it that way with that blanket. I find patterns I like, and then I feel like I need to modify just a bit, but I guess that's the fun of it. Now, you can definitely talk to Kim about that. Spanner Chick doesn't do a pattern how it's written nearly ever. I tend to have to modify arms for most things. My arms are out of proportion to the rest of my body. I could usually get away with wearing a size 20 shirt, but my arms are technically size 24, so I tend to wear size 22s just so that the top's not too baggy, but the arms aren't too tight, that my arms are, you know, like dropping off from lack of circulation. Going rogue, that's right, that's what we call it. I read that and I was thinking, why are we going rouge? But no, going rogue, you need a U in there because you're going rouge. Why make something if you're going to then say, I wish I had changed XYZ? Yeah, look, I'm that person who will make the pattern as it's written the first time and then make the modifications on a second one, or if I can pull back, I'll make the modifications, because sometimes I am nervous and I don't want to wreck it. So, because I don't have faith in my skills. I've got the skills, but I don't always trust myself. So, yeah, we should trust ourselves. We are learning things. We have skills. We can always jump in and ask advice in the Fun Zone or in other knitting and crochet groups, and I'm sure people would help as well, because it's a skill set to be able to adapt and adjust patterns. Is an absolute skill set, and you can't tell me there's not thousands of people out there looking to do exactly that and who hadn't considered it. Yeah, I'm so glad you knew what I meant. Absolutely. I don't make arms big enough. They don't make arms big enough no matter what size you are. I have the same problem. Size 14 to 16 tops never fit around my arms. I hate it. It's because it's something I'm so conscious of. I really notice it. I really notice it so much. And I'm so supremely frustrated by it. I will love a top. I love how it sits everywhere, and then on my arms, and I'm just like I can't buy this top because I can't move my arm. It's so frustrating. So I've got a couple of t-shirts that I purchased. I purchased them in the wrong size, so they're way too big. They're basically dresses. I could sleep in them. If I slept with 90s, I prefer pajamas than 90s personally. Like, you know, if we're giving out too much information, I prefer pajamas over 90s. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I've got this YouTube channel that I found, or YouTube video that I found, on how to adjust a t-shirt using a t-shirt you love as the template. So I've got like these t-shirts which I love, which if I could, I would just make the sleeves just like even just half a centimeter bigger. Sorry, just sort it out. I'd make the sleeves just a little bit bigger, but the rest of it, the body fitting, everything, the length, that's the other issue. It's short person syndrome. The length is too long. So I would use this t-shirt or one of these t-shirts and lay it over the t-shirt to use this as the pattern. And obviously you have to leave seam allowance and go around that. And she's got like this way to do your sleeves and all this sort of. Anyway, that's my next task, is I've got one shirt that I like but I'm not in love with, so that's what I'm going to do first. So if it works, then I'm going to do it with this Mandalorian t-shirt that I have. So I'm like, which I love to pieces. So yeah, I would love it when that comes, like when I'm brave enough to do that. So I'm going to do it with my red Star Trek t-shirt, which looks a little bit Christmassy. It's not supposed to be, I don't think, but it definitely looks a little bit Christmassy. What have I done wrong there? I did 4 instead of 3. Okay. Hang on, let me just fix it. Let me just double check that I haven't done it anywhere else either. I'll just get to that point. Okay, let me have a look here. 3, 3, 3, 3. I think they're all good. Yep. I think if designers are more size aware, it will change. I think there's a lot more designers making garments for plus sizes, but I think the fashion industry gradings assume that because you're bigger, you must have a much bigger neck, and that you must have much wider shoulders, and that you must like that. What they do is they grade everything to be proportionally bigger, and that's just not how a human body is formed. We may have bigger arms and bigger chests and bigger stomachs and waists and all that sort of stuff, but generally speaking, our necks are still a similar size, so we need a similar size neckband, maybe a little bigger, but not like 6 sizes bigger. And the same with like the distance from our neck to our shoulders and things like that. So I struggle sometimes because I understand that they need a sizing system, and I don't know enough about fashion to understand how they've done that. Does that make any sense? Yeah. Where are we? That's one of the things I love about Jenny King Designs patterns. Her arms are always really generous. There's not many of her patterns that I've made and gone, ooh, I can't fit my arm in. Her arms are just generous, and I love that. So I tend to make a lot of Jenny King tops. Yeah, Ruth, I don't wear a lot of dresses for that same problem. Normally, though, for me, the dresses is my torso is smaller and out of proportion to my hips and thighs and stuff. So I wear a dress, if to get a dress to fit there, like here, it doesn't fit the top. And so it's billowy skin tight. So every now and again I'll find a dress that like sits just right and I'm just like, yes. Which I just recently purchased one from, I think it was Ewan's, like YOINS. It was like, I'm like, oh yeah, I'll risk that for $20, sure. And I got it and I love it. I think it's great. I'll have to, I'll see if I can post a photo. But the other place I got a really pretty dress from that I love was City Chic, here in Australia. And it was it's sleeveless, which means I wear a little jacket over it. But everything just sits great. So like the hips and everything, it's just really pretty, and it's not low cut and gapey, and because I don't like, you know, those sorts of tops. But yeah, I think this is about as low cut as I go these days. When I was younger, I used to go a bit lower cut, but not so much now. Yeah, they size to one set of proportions and don't allow differences for limb lengths and yeah, absolutely. Lego Bop says, and yes, short people aren't always petite in every area. Yes, absolutely. Do you know, like when I buy jeans, I have to take off a good 10 inches off the legs. Like that's a ridiculous amount of fabric to have to take off. That's where you need a wrap dress. I should totally make my wrap dress. I mean, I've been lent an overlocker now, so that should make life so much easier with some of this stuff. Although the pattern has been written for a sewing machine, but I think my sewing machine needs to go in for a service. It's being a butt face, so I want to do that before I plan any major sewing projects. Is go and get my sewing machine serviced. I find wrap dresses to be more accommodating of top and bottom size differences. Absolutely. Enigmata. A nice pair of boots. That's another problem. I got little feet and massive calves, and so I can't normally wear boots either unless they're ankle boots, which I don't like. I don't like ankle boots. What's a 10? Enigmata? But yes, I'm totally get in there and make that dress eventually. I've got the fabric, I've got the things, I've got all the things. I'm just gonna do it. Not at all scared. Totally want my hand held through it. If I only had dresses had pockets, I would live in them. Well, if you make your own wrap dresses, you could totally add pockets. You could totally add pockets to any wrap dress. It just you'd have to find a nice contrasting fabric. Pockets are awesome. I love pockets too, Kelly. I've got these culottes that I'm going to be making soon, and they've got pockets too. Because all the culottes I've bought don't, and I'm frustrated by it. And I'm tempted to go in and go hackety hack and add pockets, but I might make my own first so I'm a bit more confident. Is not your purse a pocket? No, purses aren't pockets. That's some other crap you got to carry around. No, pockets are better. Yes, you've got to make sure your pockets are sewn right so they don't look bulky, but they also need to be big enough to hold more than a 20-cent piece. You just need to cut open the side seam and add inseam pockets. Exactly right, Kim. Still have to go hackety hack. But yes, I think it is discrimination that women's clothing has no pockets. Although some women are all like, yes, but it creates a seam line. Don't care. Guess what else creates a seam line? My phone, when it goes in my pocket. I agree. No purse, no bag, pockets. I need free hands. Yes. Because, like, seriously, if you've got something you can put your phone in, you've got ID, you've got... Your phone can slip a card into it. So you've got your ID. You can have your credit cards in your phone. Absolutely. My only issue with dresses and pockets is that if there is no waistline, you don't have somewhere to secure the top of the pocket too. Yes, I agree with that. But I don't tend to wear many dresses. So I tend to just want pockets in my pants. Why are men the only one allowed to have pockets? I know. Can you imagine, just for a second, if the majority of men's clothing came out with no pockets? Like all of a sudden, no pockets. No pockets for you. Sorry, this line of menswear pants is fashion and therefore it gets no pockets. Like, men would lose their minds. There'd be like a new law brought out that all clothing must have pockets. Yes, jeans have pockets, absolutely. Yes, and I agree with you. The placement of the pockets has to be right. Otherwise it creates mayhem. But there should still be pockets. Even just a pocket big enough for a set of keys. You know? Like, just pockets. And I reckon that's why women back in the day, like the 1800s days, used to, like, whenever they were not out, they wore those house aprons that had all the pockets, like the dust things. They're like the fancy apron that they would put over the top of their pretty dress, and do all the things with that on, because they had pockets. They even put pockets in wedding dresses. That's right. They didn't in mine. I did, but I didn't ask my auntie to. She made my dress. My mother's purses look more like bags. Oh dear. I was watching a Christmas movie the other day. Was it a Christmas movie? I don't know if it was actually technically a Christmas movie. Maybe I just watched a romantic comedy. Anyway, it came up in my Christmas movie list. And I realized that in countries that aren't Australia, your handbag can also be referred to as a purse, but a purse can also be called a wallet. See, for here, men have wallets usually, or at least in my brain, men have vomits. Men have wallets, women have purses and handbags. I didn't realize that a purse was the handbag and that the wallet went into, anyway, some wallets are called clasps. Okay. If you can't fit a packet of biscuits into your pocket, it's too small. That's a pretty decent pocket size there, Spanichick. And sometimes wallets are called pocketbooks. Gosh. Yeah. So, like, we have handbags. Most women have handbags here, and our purse is what we put our money and our ID and stuff into. Vampire says, every handbag I buy, I make sure it has a really long strap so I can wear it like a sash, leaving my hands free for other things. Yeah, I like handbags that give me both options, because I do like to do the thing where I put it over there, so with my little short arms I can get things out. But yeah, pocketbooks that don't fit in your pocket. Yeah. Gosh, I've lost my hook. There it is. So good. So good. Row 2 of red is happening. Okay, so recap of our announcement back at the beginning of our live stream today was we are having a retreat. It is a small retreat. It is a test case retreat. It will be first in, first served, because we have very limited numbers due to the venue size. It will be 100% catered. It will have cabin, share accommodation, no bunk beds, but cabins and shared. Normally with not more than sort of 2 to 3 people in total in each little cabin. We will have our own space in a national park where we can hang out, and a beautiful room to sit in and work in. And yeah, the retreat will be, we're looking in April of next year. So all the dates and everything will be announced later. We will have deposits due in January, and like no later than January. So, but it is first in, first serve. So whoever sort of pays sooner and puts their form in, they go on the list first. I will have a wait list as well. So if somebody needs to pull out for whatever reason, because I'm very cautiously aware of COVID, and it could make some of our interstate travelers not be able to travel, or stuff happens and people's plans change. So there will be more information coming out, and things like that. So keep an eye out on the Fiberific website and also the Fiberific Facebook page. That's where all the official forms and things will go. That's all right, Kim, I'll get your form out to you. It'll just be like, your name and your address, and is there any food that makes you dead? So, because we have some food allergy people where food things make them dead, which, we don't want dead people. They're no fun. Hello, Angeline. How are you? Welcome to the chat. Kathy doesn't think she'll make it. Really, Kathy? I pretty well put you down as a definite. Yeah. So, because the venue doesn't know all that already. Yes, Kim's been to this particular venue on multiple occasions. Yes. It will be fun. We are just, for this particular event, it will be just sort of crafting and hanging out. There'll be loot bags, which I'm madly working on to try and make sure that they are awesome loot bags. And yeah, we just get fed like a ridiculous number of times a day and sit and craft and have no worries in the world. Can we know the venue, or is that a secret? It's a secret just for today while I finish confirming some things, but the venue will be announced. Yeah, so keep an eye on when all the stuff goes up on the website, the venue will go up then as well. So yeah, just got to lock in some stuff, and then it's all locked in, and then we can do that kind of stuff. But it is local to Brisbane. It's only, well, I say local to Brisbane. It's a couple of hours away drive. Definitely more local to Brisbane than local to New South Wales. Yeah. Drinking competitions. Oh my gosh. You're the worst, Kim, honestly. Oh, that's the other thing. All the rooms do have a little bar fridge in them, so that if you've got particular things you would like to make sure you have, or just to keep your wine cold in Kim's case, then you've got a little fridge in your room that can do that as well. Oh dear. Oh wow. The middle of this yarn ball is total bath. Check this out. It's just like a, and it's all knotty. That's the downside of going from the outside in. Hi Claire, how are you going? I was watching some of last year's video and found the Bendigo one. Oh my gosh, that was such a good video. Bendigo is so good last year. I really missed it this year a lot. Yeah. Will Bendigo be going ahead this next year? I have no idea, honestly. I can imagine that they are planning to, but I really don't know. I haven't heard anything from the show association as yet. So if it's on, I'm going. It's that simple. I don't know if I'll get to be a stall holder or not. I'm not sure what's happening. But definitely I'll be attending either way. I would prefer to go as a stall holder because I like doing that. I made a brand new case for all of my wine. Really? Like one of those cratey things that you've got. Better half is getting hungry. Off to make him lunch. Catch everyone. Bye, Vanfia. Have a great day. Yeah. So I've got some plans for this afternoon. They involve hitting the post office, and my monitor in here is starting to be naughty, so I need to go and get a new monitor. So yay. So luckily there's some massive sales on this week, so hopefully I can get a decent one for like cheap. Yeah. I like the video tour of Bendigo for all of us that can't get there. And like, I'll be really honest, that video tour only included the Woolcraft area. So the showgrounds are divided into sections. So you've got the big oval here, and on this side, on the bottom of the oval and up part of one side is what's called the Woolcraft area, which is where us as small businesses go. Then you've got the top sheds, which is where like your big Walmart companies and stuff like that, they've got stuff in these big top sheds, and I didn't even get up there or around to the sheep. I just showed you the black and colored sheep. There were thousands in the other sheep sheds. Like, there was so much we didn't see in that video. I'm gonna try, and I'm getting better at getting video footage while I walk around. So next time, rather than, because I can't do it all live, I would collapse and die from being my lungs not working and me being so unfit. But what I'm going to try and do next time I'm at Bendigo, I'll try and get around to all the sheds and just have a camera and do walkthroughs and like sort of show all the different stalls that I can. And yeah, just try and get that kind of footage and just talk through it. But yeah, there's so much we haven't seen on my videos for Bendigo. Honestly, it's not even the half of it. It's so insane. It's amazing, and I really missed it this year. But I did enjoy doing the Big Wool Show online. That was a good option at the time. And but I would love to do Bendigo again. While you're walking through, people ask you what doing. Tell them stretching my legs. Yeah. Because that's the catch. Like, I don't know about the laws in other countries, but in Australia you have to be really careful about accidentally getting kids' faces and things like that. So, would you do interviews again? You did an awesome job. I would do interviews again. I've actually just been working with some new software to make it a bit easier. And I've got some plans that I have not rolled out yet, but I will be doing some more interviews. They were a lot of fun. I really enjoyed doing those interviews. I don't know if I would want to do 4 days in a row or 4 hours in a row of interviews again. That was pretty full on, but definitely enjoyed it without a doubt. Have a drink. Am I getting raspy? Sorry. Claire said the online Big Wool Show was fantastic. Also meant those who wouldn't have been able to attend anyway were able to be involved. I loved going in 2019. It was my first year. It is so much fun, honestly. They can all come to our stall and you could have a table set up for interviews. I could totally do that. Like, especially now that I've got like my super crack team of like, you know, stall girls, worker ladies, assistants. I don't mind stepping away for longer periods of time, and we could totally set it up. And I could bring a lot of this and set it up properly and have good video and good audio. Helpers is the word I was looking for. Thank you, Kim. But yes, I definitely think it would be great to be able to do that a bit more. My crack team. I have a crack team. I do. That you could even get matching uniforms for the stall helpers. Yes, we totally could. We normally have a bit of something that makes us all match. But yeah, totally could. Minions. Oh dear, it's too cold to see our uniforms under all our jackets. What we might do, yeah, because we're all from Queensland and we go to Bendigo, so most of us have got 20 layers on. But I've got I want to get us some aprons or something that we could put over the top of our you know, warm things, because they're not coming off. We need them desperately. I mean, I don't like pink, and I have a pink puffer jacket that I wear while I'm in Bendigo, because it's the only puffer jacket I could get in my size. You need Fiberific capes. Do we get to swish with our capes? I would wear a cape if I could swish with it. You could use Cracker for tops. We could. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely we could. So many things, Gamer Widows. So many things. We did have our badges on last year. We definitely had Yarn Ninja badges. What have I done here? I made one too many that time. Fiberific face masks. Yeah. I mean, we could totally do that. Get some just plain black ones and put the ninja on them. For sure. Because I don't know what we're going to be doing. Like, to have such a big event next year, It may well be a face mask event. Might make it a bit tricky serving and stuff over the benches. But yeah, I don't know. We'd have to, I mean, that's the thing we have to think about, isn't it? Also, face masks would keep our faces warm. I would like that. Oh, Chantel face mask. No, that would be creepy. That would be very bad. Oh, screw that. Get Redbubble to do it. Yeah. Oh dear. Oh wow. Speaking of Redbubble, if you would like your own Fiberific merch, you too could have a Fiberific coffee mug, or a kind Fiberific pouch, or a bigger Fiberific pouch, or any number of things, totes and all sorts of stuff, then check out the Fiberific.redbubble.com. I'm so bad. Very good lead in there. It was, wasn't it? Oh, Redbubble's still down. Oh, I worked so hard on that terrible plug. Stupid Redbubble. Does anyone know why Redbubble's down? I worked hard. That was like all that work. All that work for nothing. Computer says no. Oh, I love that, Sally. I love that. But look, there's the Redbubble link anyway. Just save it to your desktop and just try and look later and see if there's something that you like. Oh dear. All right, where am I? 3, and then 1. Oh yeah, I've still got a bit more to go yet. Oh, Jackie says it's fine for me. I just clicked the link and it came up. What? Hang on. I don't know if it. Let's see. It just came up fine for me as well. Maybe if you go to Redbubble and not... No, go into the Redbubble. It works as well. I don't know. Don't know. It's working for me. Not working for Kim. Not working for Sally. All of your followers look exactly alike. That's spooky. What? Doesn't want to load. Oh, I wonder what's going on. Maybe it's different. No, well, Kim and I would be on the same server. Jackie, we've probably got cached versions of the website because we go in and make merch. Oh, works for Chintamani? Yeah, they know you, Kim. Oh, you got followers on Redbubble. Okay. All right. Thanks. I'll have to have a look at that. I'm sure I'm a follower of my own Redbubble store. I'm always guaranteed at least one follower. Me. Definitely. And alright, so hang on a second. I can feel a knot coming in my yarn. Hang on, I need to pull out some stitches so I can look at it. Why are you here? What kind of knot are you? What do I have to... Oh, I'm going to have to pull the yarn ball through this one. That's annoying. How annoying. Alright. Okay. Not gone. But I have to redo all these stitches. Doesn't load my products. Oh, sorry, Ruth Young. Frustrating. Hey, Nat. Oh, Redbubble works for you? Okay. Well, it's working for some people. So for those people that it's working for, you can check out coffee cups and all sorts of stuff. And in different shapes. And I'm using this one at the moment, but I actually prefer the ones that are like wider at the top and narrower at the bottom. for some reason I can't seem to do a stitch without having to pull out a stitch. Do one stitch, pull one stitch out. 1, 2, then one there, then 1, 2, and we're at the end of the red. Yay! Hang on. Snippety snip time. Oh, oh, blanket's falling off. Blanket's falling down. Code red. Okay. Okay, mark off the pattern. We're up to row 100. I wish that was some sort of like fanfare row. The answer is no. No, it is not. Just add on the next color and keep it going. Oh, oh. Okay, so yes, so this afternoon I've got to do post. Apparently I have some phone cases, but the pictures are not shown. Maybe they're like, there's problems with Redbubble. I would just wait a little while. There should be stuff. Only 11 more rows to chart 2. Oh, there's only 11 more rows for me to finish the 3rd repeat of chart 1. Finally, yay! Maybe that should be my goal this afternoon, is go to the post office, do all that stuff. Don't go out and buy a new monitor and just stay at home and finish this chart. Wouldn't that be nice? That would be lovely. Don't think it's going to happen, unfortunately. The rest of Redbubble's working fine, just not my section. Oh, well, I mean, what can I even say to that? Nothing. 0. I don't know. No cry cutting. Oh, look. I do need to go and buy some card stock for some Christmas decoration type things. So I don't know where's the best place to go for that. What have I done? Oh my gosh, like seriously, Chantel, join the yarn. In you go, over and down and through. I don't even know what I've done there. Hang on. Totally muffed it up. Try again. I forget to do a chain. I just draw it through and thinking, oh, that'll do it. The answer is no. Hang on. That's the tail. That's the working yarn. So bring it through. Yay, I did it. Finally. Was that as torturous for you guys as it was for me? Seriously. Kmart. Okay. Oh, chicken sounds nice. I like the sound of chicken for dinner. Kim was going to go to the gym. So go to Kmart. Okay. So like, is there a particular section in Kmart that I should look at? Or is just any of their card stock okay? I'll have Abby with me. Unless you're going to Spotlight and spend $100. No, not today. I don't have an Eckersley nearby. I do have an Officeworks. Not seen a Kmart in Canada in a long time. Kmart's pretty big in Australia. I don't know if it's called something else in the US or if it's just an Australia-based company now. I don't know. Yeah, I don't want to order online anything. I just want to pick it up. So no Eckersleys or I mean, there's Kaisercraft and Beanley we could check out, but I mean, they're pretty pricey, right? For what I want to do to it. Hey, Jen, just finished your Thanksgiving prep meal prep stuff. So that's awesome. Okay, I'm just doing this. Kmart's still around. We've got them everywhere down here, like in Australia. It's just like a discount department store here. It's probably the best way to describe it. I don't know what it was in the US. But see, we've got Coles as well, like Coles, which is also a supermarket, which is part of the Kmart group. I have a whole heap of cardstock you can check out. I probably got... No, I've got paper, not card, I think. I'll have to check because I used to do the cross-stitch cards. I may actually have some. Coles in Canada is a bookstore. Oh, isn't it weird? Chintamani says that it's an Australian company and hasn't had anything to do with the US Kmart in years. I would say that's because the US Kmart and the Canadian Kmart is gone. They are our Walmart minus the guns. I don't even reckon. Like, Walmart seems to be so much more than what we've got. Jen, I'm in chart 1, third repeat of chart 1. I've nearly finished it. I'm nearly there. I'm on row 100 of 111 to finish chart 1, repeat number 3. I'm so far behind. Kmart is like Target. Yes, it is. Yes. They knocked ours down and built an apartment complex. I mean, if that doesn't say dead and buried, I don't think anything does. We lost Target 2 years ago, and now Canadian Tire is there. Oh my gosh. I think Target in Australia is getting stripped down too. The red's looking great. The red looks really good. I'm just seeing if I can get a bit of it on camera, a few of the different colors on camera. Yeah, we're heading into the reds, and then I've got more oranges and yellows. Kathy says that Jen's so close to the finish, just in time for Montana. I'm definitely not signing up for Montana. Not because I don't like this style. I love the style, but I would just like to just get this one finished and then think about the next one. Yeah, some of the colors really do pop out well, like more than others. But these ones, I don't think, these brownie colors, I don't think they're supposed to pop out. But there's more. We've got more colors yet. Like, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm on the 8th of 12 colors. So there's more colors to come. More colors to come. 1, 2, 3. I've just got to make sure I'm doing this one right. Yeah. So what have you all got planned for the rest of your evenings and afternoons? My mum wants me to make her a queen. Not sure I'll be doing the Montana. Has she seen the Montana? Maybe she wants a Montana but doesn't know it. When this queen is done, then I need to finish a Havana. Oh my gosh. I don't even want to think about what I've got sitting there waiting to be finished or worked on. I don't need a list. Thanks very much, Zoomers. Just saying. Oh, come on, lumpy purples. Oh, you're going to be on... Oh, look at that. Barfed. It totally barfed on me. That's alright. It'll get used up. No, I haven't seen the Montana. Okay, maybe you should show your mum. Do your tulip hooks get loved anymore? Not really. No, my tulip hooks, I use them. Like, I got no qualms, but I'll go clover first every time. I'll only grab a tulip if I don't have a clover handy. But my tulips are also really old, and their plastic handles went a little, I want to say tacky. Like, my fingers stick to them a little. So I've got to work out how to get rid of that because I really don't like it. So yeah. And hi, Kirby. It's been ages. Working on Emma's pattern and maybe my queen. I have several whips that need to be taken care of. Yep. Getting things for Thanksgiving dinner early. Yes. So we've got a few family coming for Christmas. Only those that live locally, really. And my mum, who she's only like, she's not that far away. She's in our travel bubble, so I need to finish the last 2 rounds on the border of my baby niece's baby blanket. That you do. You need to finish it. I was going to head out, but meh, I've just shut the house and put the aircon on. I've actually, because Abby's inside, I've got the aircon pumping already for her, and I've got the aircon on out here. So when I finish out here, I'll shut it all down. But I'll go into the house and I'll leave that aircon, because my poor dog, she won't cope in this heat. So even when we go out to the shops, we'll leave that on for her. And then when we come home, we'll be able to walk in and go, after being out in the heat. So yes. Have I tried the Susan Bates soft ergonomic hooks? I have not. I made 2 pumpkin pies, an apple pie, and boiled eggs for deviled eggs, and sweet tea. Thaw the chicken. We don't do turkey. I make fried chicken. Oh God, don't say that, Sally. 41. Oh, well, good luck, Lisa. I hope it all goes well this afternoon for you. Lisa, Gamer Widows has got big plans too, because she's out of lockdown. Woohoo! Out of lockdown. I don't think the only Susan Bates I've tried is their straight aluminiums, and I definitely didn't like those. Queensland borders are open on Tuesday. Yes, they are. I cannot wait. It means my mum's going to be able to come up no problems and get home again. And it means we can visit her without having to get a border pass. Out of lockdown, and we can even go for a walk just holding our mask. So you're allowed to exercise without your mask on as long as there's no people around. So that's cool. Limited freedom for gamer widows. Well, limited's better than none. Limited's better than none, and we're kicking COVID's butt here. It's been painful, especially for those in Victoria, with all your hardcore lockdowns. Yeah, as long as we can social distance. That's cool, Claire. It's very cool. Where are you, Claire? Just out of curiosity. Chintami, that's going to be so much easier for you because you're being so close to the border. Just keep the distancing and practice and we'll be fine. Wish Canadians would learn that. I know. Oh, you're in Melbourne as well. Awesome. That's awesome. It's been a hard slog, but I think we're coming out and it's getting better. And you know, any COVID cases that are coming through are all in mostly in hotel quarantine. And so we're pretty lucky here now. Wonder if Dizzy had a baby. I don't know. It'll be very soon though, right? Bye, Lisa. Good luck. Oh, something new I'm doing. I'm trialing out is I'm wearing Birkenstocks. Didn't think I'd hear myself say that. And I'm currently in the wearing them in phase. I have them on my feet right now. And I think they're going to be good. I mean, I'm feeling very positive about them. Yeah. We have to wait till Tuesday to see if we can travel. Yeah, you guys in Adelaide, you'll be all right. You'll get it sorted. I'm happy because it means I should have no problems when I go down to Lawson when Dad gets his surgery sometime in the next 3 months. That is awesome. I think Gamer Widows is technically... I don't know where actually. I would consider it central, but I don't think it actually is now that I'm thinking about it. Jen says, I know, Frankie, we're in the red zone here, but nothing is closing. Oh, that is so silly. I know it's not you individually choosing this. I get it. So, yeah, just insanity. It's just insanity. Anyway. How are we going? We're not going to get to the end before the Zoom is over today. Before the live chat is over. Look at that. Isn't that coming up nice? This red in real, like the camera's making it a little bit of an orangey red. It's actually a little bit more of a pinky red. Looks really good with the purple. I'll have to get a photo. I'll have to get a photo to show in the fun zone of where we're up to. And I will make sure that happens before I close up here. Three, not two. There we go. Okay. All right. Well, we're going to start saying goodbye soon. It's nearly midday. Can you believe it? I'm getting hungry. That's what's happening. My tummy's going, is it lunchtime yet? I'm hungry. Breakfast was many, many hours ago. Any chance of me giving you money for Mystery Lace Club stuff before you go to the post office? Oh, no. There's not. I mean, you can give it, but I won't get yours into the post until tomorrow because today's post is already packed and ready in the car. Yes, because you wanted the pink silken beads. Is that right? Send me a message, Kelly, and we'll sort it out. I'll have to give you some dollar figures. Time for more coffee. Yes, Claire. It's well and truly time for more coffee. My last coffee was at 8:30. I'm having water. Look, water. I'm staying hydrated, you guys. One, two, three. Yeah, I definitely need another coffee. I'm tossing up what I'm going to have for lunch today. I was going to just be naughty and buy something while we're out, but I really just feel like mushrooms and spinach on toast with eggs. That's what I really feel like. It's like one of my weekend breakfast things that is my favorite thing to have for breakfast on the weekend is like mushrooms cooked in garlic and spinach with maybe some little cherry tomatoes, and then on toast. And depending on how many mushrooms I've got, I might have an egg too, but not always. So bye, Jackie. Have fun at your meeting. Enigmata likes hydrating with wine. I think you and Kim should be friends. Put ice in your T2 flask for cool drinks. I don't like cold water. I like tap water. I'm one of them people. So healthy but sounds delicious. Yeah, it's so nice and it's so filling and I just love it. But then I also feel guilty about it. I don't know why I feel guilty about making it. It's like I should only make this treat for myself once per week. And my tummy and my taste buds are like, no, once a week is not enough. We need it more. Claire says, hope to catch you all next week. Finally finish uni, so able to grab lives. Yay! And congratulations on finishing uni. Is it just for this year or are you totes done? Because that's the thing. So everybody in the USA, in Australia, we have our summer holidays now. So Abby starts her holidays tomorrow and doesn't go back to school until basically February. So, and so, you know, depending on your state and what year level you are, it might be a bit closer to Christmas when your kids finish. Totally done. Officially a nurse. Congratulations, Claire. That's awesome. Congratulations. I think my Abby wants to look into vet nursing when she's done. She's in year 10 now, so she's got a couple more years to decide. Yeah. Yeah, so our kids are all about to like drive us bonkers. Like you can normally keep them in line up until Christmas, but then after Christmas you totally get the iron boards all the way out until they restart school. Actually, I've got to look at the dates. I need to order school books. Thanks for reminding me I have to order school books, Claire. Oh dear. Can definitely recommend some volunteering at vet places to get her foot in the door. Okay, good to know. Thank you. I thought they already did drive you bonkers. Well, I mean, there's bonkers and then there's Christmas holidays bonkers. So it's a whole nother level. It's a whole nother level. So, all right, my lovely friends, I am going to see you all next week. Abby's just come out. She can tell me that it's now midday and she is ready to do something different. You're gonna have to duck your head down a little bit. Hello everybody, this is Abby. There are different levels of bonkers, you're quite right. Okay, so I will see you all next week for the live craft and chat, same time, 10 a.m. Thursday. Be good, keep safe, and keep crafting. Bye.